We just got a good vantage point of, this is East Peak right here.
If you've ever wondered what it's like to ascend one of Queensland's most infamous mountains via a treacherous and life-endangering route known as Logans Ridge, then stick around. I think you're going to want to see this.
This is what you'll be climbing up.
Mt Barney. This is Southeast Queensland's premier hiking mountain, and she is a beast. This is the mountain every serious Queensland hiker is measured by.
Today we are doing Mt Barney.
And believe me when I say this, Mt Barney is not a mountain to be trifled with. You don't conquer this mountain. You don't dominate it or beat it or just tick it off some bucket list thing as if it's some sort of trophy that you put against your name. Rather, Mt Barney is an absolute privilege and a humbling adventure experience that one ought to feel blessed if given the opportunity to ascend. And in my opinion, that applies to every precious mountain we are fortunate to have here in Southeast Queensland. So Mt Barney is located 130 kilometres southwest of Brisbane, close to the Queensland-New South Wales border, and it has two prominent peaks. The most popular is East Peak, which measures 1,354 metres in height and offers some of the most majestic views of the scenic rim you can find. And its sister mountain called West Peak, which measures even higher at 1,359 metres above sea level. Although this isn't Queensland's highest mountain, she certainly is a monster to climb. And all too many times, hikers have underestimated this mountain. Countless walkers have been lost here.
Mt Barney isn't for the faint-hearted, and overnight this hiker found that out the hard way.
Over 700 hikers have required emergency rescuing from Mt Barney over the last 2 decades.
After spending the night in near freezing conditions.
Wouldn't be surprised if it got down to 2 or 3 up there.
Some have even perished at her hands.
Police are working to retrieve the body of a rock climber who fell to his death at Mt Barney in Queensland.
And yet, we still climb this big girl. There are numerous routes up this big mother of a mountain, most of them being via one of the many ridge lines that stem up towards the summit of East Peak. But in 1828, a party of explorers were finding their way up Barney for the very first time. Captain Patrick Logan, Charles Fraser, and Alan Cunningham, all experienced and very capable explorers, made their way up one of these ridges. But the ascent soon became extremely treacherous that Fraser and Cunningham deemed it too hazardous and turned back. Captain Logan, however, was determined and pushed on up the difficult and dangerous line, and he became the first European to reach East Peak summit via the route now famously called Logans Ridge. Today, I want to climb that same line to see just how difficult it is, but I want to take it a step further. Not only do I want to climb to the summit of East Peak via Logans Ridge, but I want to climb West Peak summit too. We'll then descend via the southern side of Barney on a line called Peasants Ridge, which is the longest of the descents, and back to the trailhead. Joining me on my adventure today is my trusty hiking buddy and my son, Jacob, and I'm actually very glad he was with me on this one because his very leg saved my life.
I was holding onto that.
Let's just put it this way, I'm glad he's a strong lad. Anyways, we'll get to that a bit later in the video. So our challenge today will be to attempt our very best to climb these 2 big peaks in under 7 hours. Let's go.
It's a perfect day for it. A lot of cars here already, 6:30 in the morning. And so we're gonna see how we fare today. Give you an idea what Logans Ridge is like. And haven't been up to West Peak. If we've got enough energy, that's where we're gonna go. And basically we head up to that ridge line, and then we're going to walk across that top. A bit long grass here. Once you get to the top of this ridge line, you're in full view of Logans Ridge. Coming up this trail, you'll come to this fence, 656, another gate. What on earth? Beautiful view of Mount Lindsay right there. It's 7:04, so 35 minutes, and we've come to pretty much the start. Logans Ridge summit. They say allow 9 to 11 hours to the East Peak and returning via the South Ridge summit route. $7.25. That's 50 minutes from the car park all the way to this point, where the trail that's been an uphill trail constantly, it now comes to a distinct rocky climbing section. We're just about at the base of the mountain where Logans Ridge starts going up. It's pretty easy going like this whole way, except it is uphills. We are machines and we're going to get tired. Let's go. All right, I'm good to go. 7:25. 7:26, what the heck? Let's go. G'day, how are you?
Oh, that's Georgie. Hello.
Hey. Thank you. I'll try. Thank you. So check out where we are right now. Going up the ridge. Have a look at the view behind me.
Are you coming?
Coming.
At least the rock's grippy.
Yeah. I can definitely say that this is probably the most fun way I've gone up Mt Barney yet. Logans Ridge. It's great rock climbing fun.
Is it easy to go up that way? Where you are there? Or not? Oh, really?
Not really. What do you reckon so far? Yeah, it's great fun, like really good. There was a part, I didn't film it, but we had to do the splits, kind of like Van Dam, like this. So that was a little bit tricky. But, you know, so really, so far, all I can say is this route is really for those who are good and able at rock scrambling. If you're no good at that, and you haven't got a head for heights, yeah, don't come up Logans Ridge. It's fun, it's lots of fun, it's beautiful, but look, we've still got all up there to go and up and over. It's great. Down on that line, Southeast Ridge, but this is where the party's at, Logans Ridge. It's awesome.
Are you going that way?
Yeah. There's someone up ahead I can see climbing up. There's someone right up there. So this is the type of terrain you'll be climbing up here. Yeah, I know, my hat's about to blow off too. Hey, this is a great section. This whole chimney.
And the rock is so grippy.
Yeah, it's grippy because you got your Sportiva TX4s. This gives you an idea what we're climbing up. Whew. Okay. I don't do things the easy way. This is what you'll be climbing up. A lot of fun, but challenging. There's the summit. $200 meters left, yay! Hey! That is a cliff and a half. Sheesh! This is not the way. You might need to pull me up there if you make it up. We'll see. Hey, you made it. It's not fair, you're a rock climber, I'm not.
There's good holds.
Is there?
Like, yeah, put your foot around.
Sheesh, okay. Oh, that's a bit dodgy.
Nice.
I kind of felt like Tom Cruise.
Yeah, you look like Tom Cruise too.
I feel like a rock climber now. Right here is a section where I was holding onto that. That was probably the hardest section. Oh, Jacob, he's a much more able climber than I am. He does rock climbing. And it just came up to a part where no holds. So he put his foot down, his leg. I was able to hold onto it, but he's holding like almost 100 kilos. Oh man. It's kind of sketchy. That's like, yeah, thanks. But yeah, don't know if there's an easier route up, but that's the route we went. Anyway, I'm good now. Whew. That was dodgy.
Need a breather after that one.
Yeah, I know. I think we're just about at the summit. We might find a place a little bit further up because we're going to end up going down the Rum Jungle and up to West Peak. Yeah, I don't mind. I think I've got energy to do peak number 2. How about you?
Yeah. Oh, so do you have lunch up that summit then?
Well, it's 9:28, so that took us 3 hours. 3 hours. So our plan of attack here pretty much now is going to be that I think we're planning to tackle the West Peak. That means going down the southern side. We'll cross through Rum Jungle then we'll just find our way up West Peak. We'll try to do 2 peaks for the price of one, or in one day rather, and this is what you want. And yeah, see what it's like. It'll be a first time for both of us. It's first time going up Logans Ridge today, and first time going up West Peak. So
I can hear a drone.
we passed 2 groups of people coming up to the peak here via Logans Ridge. There were loads of cars in the car park. Up here, I could only see 3 people. So it just goes to show that, you know, though there were heaps of cars in front of us, either this route is the fastest route up, or just traveling in groups, it does take a lot of time going up. That's pretty much why, you know, Jacob and I, we enjoy going hiking. When we're hiking together, we're very similar paced. When you're hiking in a larger group, you are slowed down every single time. It's just the nature of the beast, but you know, you help each other out and you get to the top. Time is 9:41. Okay, short, quick reprieve. So that's the mountain we want to go now, West Peak. She's still a big mountain up ahead. So coming down to Mt Barney, East Peak, south side, this is what you're looking at. You're doing a lot of scrambling going down. Sometimes you might see a bit of a route. Other times it's just finding the best way that you can and the safest route down. We're heading towards that bushy section. It's rum jungle in there, and then we make our ascent. Okay, and here we have come to what's called Old Hut Site. It's 10:07. So basically that's, I don't know, 26 minutes. 26 minutes to descend down from there. Now, this is a great little spot to get some water. There's a creek just over here, fresh water flowing. Perfect little tap. The water here tastes, it's probably the best tasting water. Straight from the mountain.
Tastes like tap water.
Tastes like tap water. So walking up from that little creek, you follow a little trail and it'll lead you up to Rum Jungle. Rum Jungle's a really nice little secluded saddle in between the 2 peaks. So yeah, great little spot. That way is Peasants Ridge or South Ridge. It's a pretty long way back. That's the route we're going to take. All right, so from the jungle here, Rum Jungle, this is our first time heading up West Peak. We're going to pick a line. It's pretty much just following out here. And I think it looks like this may be it. All right, let's go. So just starting, I'm noting that the time is 10:22. There we go, that's East Peak behind me there. Still, this is pretty good trail in my opinion. Looks like we're going to come to a bit of a fun climbing section. You know, we're just about up at the summit.
Are you sure that's the summit?
Yeah, looking on my map.
Oh, also if you just judge off the height over there.
Yeah. Height-wise, off East Peak, pretty similar, so just up here, another scramble up and we'll be there. Getting a visual of Lake Maroon down there. Whew, yeah. I can see people across the top of the summit over there. And I think we've got a person up here as well. So here we are, right at the top. It's very bushy, very overgrown. And here we are. The rock cairn on top of West Summit. Mt Barney. So what a difference, eh? What a difference there is from the west peak to the east peak. Hang on, someone's here. There's some guy here. Oh, hello. So time, 10:54. So that took us a good, I don't know, 34 minutes. 34 minutes to ascend from Rum Jungle. That just gives you an idea. Oh, wow. Oh, oh. Hey, this is awesome. How's this for the view? Whoo! Hey, you lounge lizard. Having a good time here in the sun? Righto, we have had our little break and some lunch. The time reads 11:18. 11:18. Yeah, we're gonna work our way down from this western summit. Let's see how long it takes us. 11:18 it is. And we are going to get back down and we'll be heading down Peasants Ridge. All right, let's find the route down. Scramble down, boy, scramble down. Hoppa. So here we go, back into Rum Jungle. The time is 11:47, so what's that? 30 minutes. And we're gonna go down Peasants Ridge, Peasants Track, and let's see how long it goes. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Howdy.
How you doing?
Yeah, good. Yourselves?
Yeah, excellent. Yeah. Yeah, it's absolutely fine. Yeah.
Howdy.
Like sometimes it's so strong, you're abseiling down, and you know, you sort of have your feet like on the side walls if you can or whatever.
Yeah.
And if you put your feet here and don't have enough strength, you'll kick your feet out because the water's so strong, and it'll kick it out, and then you're like be stuck against the wall, like drowning.
Dangling off your abseil line. All right, time is 12:53, so that means it's just been a smidge over 1 hour coming down from Rum Jungle and following the route line down Peasants. Look, Peasants is pretty cool. It's a great line to go down. It's just along. We hit a flat part here now, and it's just pretty much a long fire trail back to the car. If you ever want to do this, this is probably a good one to start off with. Then you might work your way up to Southeast Ridge, maybe Mezzanine Ridge, maybe Logans Ridge after that. All good fun here at Mt Barney. So there she is in all her glory. Now, to be fair, we've been jogging for the past 23 minutes where the trail sort of peters out into a big road, I guess. We still got strength in our legs to do that, believe it or not. If you've got the energy and you can do it, you just smash your time. We were just passing loads and loads of people that we saw up on the east peak, and then they descended down. We went down, went up to West Peak and came down, and we're passing them up on the trail just because of a bit of running, you know. So anyways, I'm gonna crack into it again. All right, so we're just about back at Yellow Pinch car park. Here we are. Our total time is 7 hours and 5 minutes. My watch reads 18.9 kilometers, but the time is what's important, 7 hours and 5 minutes. That includes the rest times both summits via Logans Ridge, East Peak, down to Rum Jungle, up to West Peak, back to Rum Jungle, and then down Peasants, back to the car park. 7 hours and 5 minutes. I'm calling that pretty darn good. It's like a machine. Good work. We started at 6:30 and 1:35 p.m. We'll catch you on the next one.